Good morning, Manayunk, and welcome to another episode of Manayunk Mornings at Home. Joining me on the show today is Eric from Rosone Manayunk. Eric, how you doing today?
Doing good, Leo. Thanks for asking. How about yourself?
I'm doing okay. So, Eric, walk me through, when this happened in mid-March, what was going through your head and in respect to your business?
Great question. And it's hard to maybe put it in one perspective. First off is try not to panic, I guess. Definitely stressful. And again, it just completely challenging. We're going through something that's completely unprecedented when it happened back in March. And, all those words and even more. It's hard to even find a few that really, what we were experiencing and what we really were thinking what was going on.
How did you pivot? I'm guessing you had to shut down the studio itself. And then how did you kind of go into an online presence?
Yes. So on March 16th, with the mandated shutdown of, I think all businesses, not just non-essential in Philadelphia, we did close our doors May 16th or 15th. Sorry for the exact date, whatever that Monday was. We completely closed our doors for in-person sessions on that Monday. We've never did a virtual platform before, and that's something we realized we needed to come up with. At first, I'll be honest, when the first news came out, we thought it was maybe only going to be a 2-week, maybe 3-week, stay at home, and it's, we'll be back in the studio by April or end of April. Turns out that didn't happen. So we had to really pivot to make that virtual platform. One of the things we also did is on that exact day on March 16th, because we were not having in-person classes, we actually stopped all reoccurring memberships at Rosone. It was clearly a very stressful time, not just for us as a business owner, but for a lot of other people who are also couldn't go to work, losing their jobs. So income was the big issue. So we stopped all reoccurring memberships, and we decided to do completely free virtual classes. We started it, I want to say 3 days after, because of course, things like Zoom and virtual Instagram lives and everything, we were not the best at and really didn't know too much about. So we had to really try to become, I guess, a lot more knowledgeable, and I don't want to say experts because we're not, but really learn how to use these platforms. And we moved to a completely virtual donation base so people could attend, hopefully get their stress out, especially during this time, and fitness and working out will do that. So, come attend a class for free. If you feel like dropping Rosone the donation that we can help keep the lights on, pay our instructors who are teaching these classes from home, pay whatever you like. So that's what we decided to do from that exact date. We've been doing that up until a few weeks ago.
And how are you able to accommodate your clients who don't have rowing machines at home?
That's actually a great question. Most of our workouts when we started off, Leo, they were completely body weight exercises. We know a lot of people don't have rowing machines. A lot of people don't even have weights at home. So we made it completely body weight exercises you could follow with an instructor, giving you the proper moves, calling out the times, and also, be able to see them through the webcams doing the movements properly. We've now integrated a little bit. You'll see behind me I have some weights we've used for some classes. And we say get a little creative with it. If you have shampoo bottles or laundry detergent, we tell people if you have cans of soda or wine bottles, don't drink the wine bottles or cans of soda, of course, during the workout. But feel free to use them as a weight. Whatever you can be creative with. A lot of people have fun with it. We then were able to do some cardio classes that we offered both. So rowing classes from home and body weight classes from home. Even if you attended a rowing class, we're going to give you some floor cardio exercises you could do that if you don't have one. I will let you know the floor cardio definitely kicks your butt too. So don't think the rowing's it might not be as hard. It really will.
Well, speaking of butt kicking, I know as soon as you guys transferred and then the restrictions eased up a little bit, you started doing outdoor classes, and most specifically the boot camp that you partnered with Padel. I took the class myself, and that kicked my butt. Where'd that collaboration come from? That was awesome.
Yeah, I was actually watching you from a distance, Leo. If I saw me waving, I wasn't allowed to attend classes before my wife was due. So I'll get to that in a sec. But one of the founders and one of the gentlemen that brought Padelphia and helped constructed the courts has been a longtime member at Rosone, and he reached out to us back in even when you're allowed to start doing outdoor classes, that we might be able to use the space, and we coordinated with him. So it's been a great partnership. Again, I mentioned he's been a member, but he's turned into a great, amazing friend, him and his family, since for many years now. It's been great.
And for the people at home who don't know, walk them through the process that you have to do with this boot camp, because I can't even vouch for it. It was so intense, and yet it was fun. You kept it fun and entertaining.
I like to sometimes call our boot camps controlled chaos, because you keep moving. You don't really get to think how hard it is. It's kind of like, all right, we're just going to keep going. All right, he's telling us to do this. And the nice part of with that space outside we're doing with the boot camp is we've been able to get people back on the rowing machines starting, I think it was one of the weekends in July. And what we would have to do is we split up into groups. All the machines are very far split out from each other outdoors, and we do people wearing masks as well. But you'll row for about half the time, so roughly about 15, 20 minutes, not straight through, as you experienced, Leo. It's kind of broken up into intervals, like go as fast as you can for a minute, calm down for a minute. And then the best part is too, is because they have the two areas, we then had an out off the machine kind of body weight session. And the cool part with Padelphia is we even got to hit around the racquetball a little bit, some of that. So for our boot camps, it's a full body kick butt workout. You're going to keep moving the whole time. And I'm sure, like you said, about halfway through, you're like, oh my gosh, what am I doing? This is killing me. But before you know, you've had a great 40 to 45 minute workout.
It was definitely a very gratifying experience. I enjoyed it a lot. Looking ahead, have you guys started transferring back into the studio? Have you still been holding off onto just doing the outdoor workouts?
We've started to transition back into the studio very gradually. Clearly not back at the capacity and the schedule we used to have before this all happened. And we only offer about 1 to 2 classes a day in the studio right now. And actually on the weekends, we're trying to keep them at outdoor. Additionally, we're still doing virtual classes because some folks are uncomfortable with coming to in-person classes in the studio, which is completely fine and understandable. When you're in the studio, you do have to wear a mask for the mandate and for safety. We believe in that. But if you don't want to make it, we still have the virtual classes. And it's been a lesson learning and really, I guess I don't want to say educational, because nothing like this has happened before, at least for us or in the past many, many years. But we've been learning as we've been going. So we didn't dive in head first. We've been slowly transitioning, making sure people feel comfortable. It's definitely doing the outdoor classes and the virtual classes as well.
Enough about the business. I want to ask about your personal life. I heard you're a new dad now. Congratulations. How's that been?
Thank you very much. Yes, I am. Me and my wife, our son was born on July 23rd at the wee hours of 6:50 a.m. So we had a fun night leading up to it, but it's been awesome. Absolutely, one of a kind life experience, and the coolest thing I've ever been through. A little sleep deprived right now. He's 3 weeks old as of today, but like I said, it's been absolutely amazing.
What were you guys doing during the whole stay-at-home order? Were you guys picking up any hobbies? Did you do any cooking? Were you ordering out mostly? What were you up to? So
my wife is the cook. She's an amazing cook. I don't know if she cooks the same thing like every night. I know she has, and she'll say she has, but she likes to look up different recipes, and I'll help her prepare them. And I help do the dishes. That's my main part, because I am not the cook. I'll admit that. I am not the best cook. She is the good cook in our families. I just do as much as I can to help.
What did you guys at Rowzone miss the most with your studio being closed for 3 months?
I mean, the in-person relationships is the funnest part we have. We were able to do it with our virtual classes, but seeing everyone and really being that in-person motivator and jokester or just friend while they're there working is really the fun part. And you feel that workout vibe together when you're in the studio. And it's, yes, you get that with the virtuals, but it's just in person. That's what it's all about. People want to be with a group working out together right there, feeding off each other's energy. So that's something we definitely miss, but we're starting to see again with that outdoor and back in the studio. So getting a glimpse of it again.
Little by little, day by day. Well, Eric, before you go, I have to wrap things up with one final question. What do you guys love the most about having your studio here in Manayunk?
We have that kind of small town vibe, which is great. We're right here in Philadelphia. One of the best things I'll say since this whole pandemic has gone on that I really loved is really the relationships that the other small businesses have with each other. We've all really been looking out for each other and keeping each other informed. All the other small fitness studios on Main Street, I don't think a day has gone by where I haven't spoken to 3 or 4 of the different owners and members from some of the studios as more news updates were coming out and new regulations, or what's everyone trying to do to just really stay afloat and stay going.
Well, Eric, thank you so much for joining us on the show today. I had a blast catching up with you, and I hope to see you down on Main Street soon so we can catch up.
Me and you both, Leo. Can't wait. Thank you very much for having me.
Be sure to catch up on some sleep, too.
Try my best.
Stay safe out there. Well, that's our show for today. It was great catching up with Eric from Rosone Manayunk. If you loved this show, hit that like button, comment on this post, share the post. If you're on our YouTube page, be sure to hit that subscribe button. And if you want to watch the last episode, click right here. Right here. It's so simple. Just do it. Terry's here.